Sometimes life falls apart right in front of us. Dreams vanish, hopes fade, and everything we built suddenly turns into dust. And in those moments, we ask ourselves the one question: why? But what if I told you that behind all of this, there's a deeper meaning? That pain, loss, and even coincidences are not just chaos, but part of a greater plan. You didn't click this video by accident. This is a sign. Stay until the end, because the story I'm about to tell might change the way you see your life. Everything really does happen for a reason. Long ago, in a small village, lived an old man. He had one son and a beautiful horse that everyone envied. One day, the horse ran away into the mountains. The neighbors said, "What a misfortune." But the old man smiled and replied, "We'll see." A few days later, the horse returned with a whole herd of wild horses. The neighbors were amazed. What great luck. But again, the old man calmly said, "We'll see." His son began training the wild horses. During one attempt, he fell and broke his leg. The people gasped, "Such a tragedy." The old man only said, "We'll see." Soon after, war broke out. All the young men were taken into the army, except for his son, because of his injury. Again, the neighbors said, "What a blessing." The old man just stayed silent, because he knew we can't judge life moment by moment. Truth reveals itself over time. This ancient Buddhist parable teaches us something powerful. We don't know what is truly lucky or unlucky. What feels like a disaster may be a gift, and what feels like a gift may be a test. Every one of us has lived through moments when life didn't go as planned. We lost jobs, relationships, health. It felt like the end. But time passed, and we realized, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be who I am today. Maybe you applied for your dream job, but didn't get it. You blamed yourself. You felt defeated. But a month later, you were offered an even better job, one that brought out your true potential. Or maybe someone left your life. It hurt. You felt empty. But eventually you discovered that this loss created space for something better, something more true. The universe doesn't make mistakes. Even when we don't understand the reason, there is one. Sometimes we need to get lost to find ourselves. We need to fall to learn how to rise. Buddhism doesn't say, "Don't feel pain." It says, "Accept it. Look for meaning in it." Because it's through pain that the soul grows. It's through darkness that the light is born. Imagine life as a giant painting. We can only see a few brush strokes, but God, or the universe, sees the whole picture. Every color, every stroke, even the darkest ones matter. We don't need to understand every answer right now. Sometimes we just need to trust. To say, "I don't get it yet, but I believe there's a reason for this." People who learn to see deeper, they live with more peace. Because even when everything breaks down, they can say, "Maybe this is leading me where I'm meant to go." Every person has a story that starts with pain and ends with something miraculous. And if you're going through hard times right now, don't give up. This could be the beginning of the brightest part of your life. The strength of Buddhism is that it brings you back to the present moment. You stop fighting what already happened. You accept. You grow. A monk once said, "When you know everything happens for a reason, you stop being afraid." Because you're not alone anymore. The universe is with you. It has a plan. Sometimes it feels like we're standing at the edge, but that's where the most beautiful views begin. Whatever you're going through, just say, "We'll see." It's not apathy, it's deep wisdom. You don't know what gift is waiting around the corner. And most importantly, even if you're hurting right now, remember, you're not broken. You're becoming stronger, wiser, brighter. Remember, you're not alone. Everything happens for a reason. And if you found this video, maybe it's part of your journey too. If this video gave you something meaningful, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs support today. And in the comments, write, "I believe everything happens for a reason." Don't forget to subscribe. There are many more inspiring stories coming soon. And if we reach 3,000 likes, I'll share another powerful parable that will open your heart and change the way you see the world.